So again starting with the chapter number 8, that is the Java basic operators. So there are multiple set of operators that is used to manipulate the variable. So whenever we want to manipulate some operations on the variable, that is performed by the operators, and that is divided into 8 categories. And these 8 categories are: first one is arithmetic operators, that is a normal, plus, minus, divide, multiply, that is a Java basic operators. Then there is a relational operator. Then there is a bitwise operator, logical operators, assignment operators, and the miscellaneous operator. So let's start with the first one, that is arithmetic operators that are used in the mathematical calculations or expressions, and also can also be used in algebra. And this is the table that shows what are the various arithmetic operators that is used in the Java programming. It will be used in a program. So first one is the plus operator, that is addition operator, that adds the value on the either side of the operator, that is a plus b gives the output as a 30, because a contains or a holds a value as a 10 and b holds a value as a 20. So this is the addition that adds the values on either side of the operator, that means a plus b gives the value as 30. Then subtraction, that subtracts the right hand operator from the left hand operator, that is a minus b will give the output as a minus 10. Why? Because 10 minus 20 is minus 10. If I wrote then b minus 10, that gives the output as a 10, because b have a highest value and a have a lesser value. Then there is a multiplication. To multiply the two operands or to multiply the two variables, we are using the multiplication operators. Then there is a division operator that divides the left hand side operand by the right hand side operand. That means, for example, if I write a divided by b, so a is divided by the b, because a is the left hand side operator and the b is the right hand side operator. Then there is a modulus that divides the left hand operator or operand by right hand operand and returns the remainder. Then increment, then b plus plus, then decrement, that is a b minus minus. And this is one of the program that shows arithmetic operators over here. These are the 4 variables that is defined. That is a is b, a has a value 10, then b has a value 20, c has a value 25, d has a value 25, and there is a system.out.println a plus b equals to plus a plus b, that gives the output, or that gives the output as a 10 plus 20 is 30. Then a minus b, again there is a value that is minus 10. Then b into b, that is 200, because 10 into 20 is 200. Then b divided by a, that is 20 divided by 10. Then b modulus a, that is 20 modulus 10, that gives output as a 0. Then c modulus a, that gives output as a 5, because 20 is divided by 10. So 10 into 2 is 20, and the remainder that is left over by using the modulus operator is 5. Then a plus plus, that is incremented, that gives the output as a 11. Then b minus minus, that gives the output as a 19. Then b plus plus, that is a value is 25 in the first statement. Then there is a value that is incremented 26. Again it is incremented, that is a pre-incremented. There are 2 categories of this increment operator or the decrement operator. One is a pre, one is a post. So first statement is the example of the post increment. Next second statement is the example of the pre-increment. So the first one, it is incremented with this one, then it is incremented plus plus d. This is another example of the arithmetic operators. And this is the output, that is a plus b is 30 value, that is 10 plus 20. Then a minus b, that is a 10 minus 20. Then a into b, 200. This is 2, 0, 5, the same output that we have considered. The next is a relational operator that gives, or that is supported by the Java programming. And again there are 2 variables that is denoted. There are 2 operands, that is a and the b, that is also known as a variable, and that holds the value as a 10 and a 20. So these are the relation operator, that is a double equals to. So check if the values of the 2 operands are equal or not. If yes, it is equal, that gives the output as a true. Then check if the 2 operands are equal or not, that is not equal to. If the values are equal, then condition becomes true. Then if the left hand operator is greater than the right hand operator, then the condition is true. And if the values of the left hand operator is less than the value of the right hand operator, then the output is true. Then this is the greater than and equals to. So one is a less than, greater than, one is a equals to, greater than, equals to, and equals to. This is is double equals to, then less than, not equals to, then less than operator, that is the left operand, greater operand, left operand is greater than right operand. And these are the following simple programs that denotes, or this is a Java program that denotes how it is used as a relational operator. This is public class test, then public static void main string args, that is the argument, then int a equals to 10 and then b equals to 20, the same values. Now it is showing, or it is calculating the equality of these two operands, that is the 10 and the 20. That gives output as a false. Why? Because that 10 is not equals to 20. And next one is a is not equals to b, that is 10 is not equals to 20. That gives output as a q. 10 is not equals to the 20. Then a is greater than b, that is 10 is greater than 20. This gives output as a false. Why? Because 10 is less than 20. Next statement is a is less than b, that is 10 is less than 20, then output as a true. Then b is greater than or equals to a. So b is greater than, yes, 20 is greater than the 10. Then next is the b is less than or equals to a, that is the 10 is not less than or equals to 1, that becomes the output as a false. The next is the bitwise operator that operates on the bits, that is either 0 and 1. So Java defines multiple bitwise operators which can be applied to the integer types, that is long, int, short, char, and byte. And bitwise operator works on the bits and performs bit by bit operation. The relation operators work on the operand but not work on the bits, but the bitwise operator works on the bits. That means first of all I want to or have to convert the values into the bits, then only the addition or the subtraction will be performed. Now, this is one of the example of the bitwise operator. Assuming the value of the a and the b, that is the 60 and 13. For example, one value is 60, one is 13. So first of all, it is converted into the binary terms. So 60 is converted into the 00, 11, 11, 00. Then b, that is 00, 00, 11, 00. Now, for example, if I'm talking about the 60 values, that gives the output as a 11, 11, 00. These two additional zeros are used. Why? Because I have to convert these bits into the 8 bits. The output will be the 6 bits, but for converting or for making the bits into the 8 bits, so we have to add the 2 bits before. Then next is 13, that gives the output as a 1101, but for making the 8 bits, we have to use the 4 extra zeros. That is 00, 00, then 110. Then A and B, and that is A and B means performing the AND operation among the A and the B. Now, what is the AND operation? The output is true only when both the inputs are true. Otherwise, the output is false, that is a 0 value. This is opposite in case of the OR operation, that is A or B. If one of the input is true, then the output is true, that becomes 1. This is 00, 11, 11, 00, then 00, 00, 11, 0. Now, this is 00, that gives output as a 0 in case of the AND operation. This is 00, again 0, 1, 0. If one of the input is 1, but other input is 0, the output is also 0. Because what is the condition of the AND operator? The condition is that both the inputs are true. Then again there is a 1, 0, that gives the output as 0, then 1, 1. Now in this case both the inputs are 1, that means both the inputs are correct or true, that gives output as a 1, then 1, 1, again 1, then 0, 0, 0, then 1, 0, 0. Now this is A or B, the same condition. If one of the input is true, then the output is true. Here one of the input is true, that is a 1, 0, that gives output as a 1, then 1, 0, again 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, then 0, 1. So this is A or B. Now this is A negation, that means the complement of the A, that is opposite of the A. If there is a 0, that becomes 1. If there is a 1, that becomes 0. So this is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. So the complement of A is 0 becomes 1, 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0, 1 becomes 0, and then 1, 0, 0, 0. That means all the bits are converted into the opposite terms. 0 becomes 1 and the 1 becomes 2, 0. So first operator that is used is the binary AND operator that also works on the bits. So this is A and B, that gives the value as a 20, which is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Then again next part is A or B, that will gives the 61, which is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. Then binary XOR, that gives that takes the value as 49. which is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Then the negation, that is the complement operator, is used, so that gives the output as a, or convert the bits, that is the convertible bits. 0 becomes 1 and the 1 becomes 0. Then binary left shift operator, that is moved by the, or that is moved left by the number of bits. For example, if I specify the left shift operator by 2, that means every bit is shifted towards the left hand side by the 2 bits. It works on the bits, remember, that is 0 and 1, not on the byte, that is the collection of the 8 bits. Then binary right shift operator. So the left operator is moved right by the number of bits that is specified. And the shift right 0 fill operator, that value is moved right by the number of bits. So these are the various bitwise operator that operates on the bits. So whatever the value that is given, so first of all it is converted into the bits, then only the output will be generated. This is one of the examples that shows how the bits will be formed, how the bitwise operator will be used. This is public class test. When public static void means string args, then there are three values: a equals to 60, b equals to 13, c equals to 0. This is 60, that gives the that has a binary conversion, that is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Again the same concept. These are 6 bits, so that it must be converted into the 8 bits. Then 13 have a 4 bits as an output, that is also converted into the 8 bits by adding the leading zeros. This is the A and B, that is performing the AND operation among these. Then A or B, performing the OR operation among these. Then A or XOR B, performing the XOR operation among A and B. The negation of A, then A is incremented by, or A is left or right shifted by 2. So these are the various outputs of the result, that is the bitwise operators. Next is the logical operators. So it works on the logics, that is the logical operators. One is a double ampersand, that is the logical AND, that is very similar to the bitwise AND, but in that case only one ampersand is used. In this there are two ampersands that is used, that is the logical AND operators. And if both the operands are non-zero, then only the condition becomes true. The same concept that we use in the AND operation. Everything is same, but the symbol representation is different. The next one is logical OR operator. So if any of the operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. Then logical NOT operator, that is used to reverse the logical state of the operation. That means 1 becomes 0 and the 0 becomes 1. Now this is one of the examples. This gives the value as a equals to Q. So we take the data type as a boolean, that gives the A as a, or that takes the A as a value 2, then the B as a value 4. Then system.out.println A and B. Now check for the equality among the A and B. Then system.out.println then A or B. That is the A or B. Either one of the input is true, then the output is true. Then system.out.println A and B, not of A and B. That means opposite of the opposite of the A and B. So what is the value of the A and B? That is false. So opposite is true. One is a false and two true. Next is the assignment operator. So the next part is assignment operator. So there are two types of operator. One is a single equals to, one is a double equals to. Single equals to is used for the assignment operator, and the double equals to is used for the checking for the equality operators. So if I want to assign some value, for example, a equals to 10, that means assigning the 10 value to the a value. So that is a simple assignment operator. So that assigns a value from the right hand side of things to the left hand side of it. Remember, it is very important that assign the value of the right hand side of it. So for example, if I give the value as a 10 equals to a, that means I'm assigning the a value into the 10. That's not possible. So the better way, or the best way to write is a equals to 10. That means the 10 value, that is the right hand side operand's value, is assigning to the left hand side operand. That is a 10 value is assigned to the variable, that is a. So this is a simple assignment operator that is denoted by the equals to sign. So this assigns a value from the right hand side operand to the left hand side operand. So if c equals to a plus b, that will assign the value of the a plus b into the c. Then next is the add and assignment operator. That means performing the addition operator as well as the AND operation, that is the add and assignment operator. It adds the right operand to the left operand and assigns the result to the left operand. That means it automatically or it will add the right operand, whatever the right operand that is given to the left operand, and assign the result to the left operand. For example, C plus A equals to A, that is equivalent to the C equals to C plus A. But whatever the value that is given in the C that is incremented by 1, that is represented by the plus equals to. Then minus equals to, that is subtract, and assignment of vector, that is it subtracts the right of it operand from the left operand and the left operand, that is a minus equals to. So this C minus equals to A is equals to the, that is equivalent to the C equals to C minus A, that is decremented, or that is A is subtracted from the C. Then multiply, add, and assignment operator that multiplies the right operand with the left operand and assigns the result to the left operand. Same, that is equals to the, that is used with the and in the subtracted the addition. Then this is the divide, and this is C slash equals to A, that is equivalent to the, whatever the C value that is given, that is divided by A. Then modulus and operator, that is C modulus equals to A, that is C equals to C modulus A. Then left shift and assignment operator, that is C left shift is equal to 2, that is C equal to C is left shift by 2. Then right shift and assignment operator, that is C is right shifted by 2, that is same as C equals to C is right shifted by 2. Then bitwise and assignment operator, this is ampersand and equals to, and bitwise exclusive or bitwise inclusive. These are the various examples that is given in this one. One of the class that is used, I mean the same class, that is test class. So for testing purpose, we use the same class again and again for test. And the first line, that is same. For this void name, string ARG. Now there are three variables that is declared, that is A, B, C. A has a value 10, B has a value 20, C has a value 0. Then in adding the values of the A and B and put into the C, that is 10 plus 20 becomes 30, that is putting into the C variable, that is that has assigned the value as 0. So A plus B, that is 10 plus 20 is 30, that gives or that stores into the C. That is, now the C value becomes 30. Next is C plus equals to A, that is equals to C, that is equals to C plus A only. So now the value of the C is 0 and the A has a value 10. 10 plus 0 is 10. These are the output, that is 30. Now C has a value 30. Next one is 30 plus 10 is 40. Next, C minus equal to A. Now the C value is 40, that is decremented by or minus by 10, that becomes again 30, that is 30. Then C into equals to A, that is C equals to C into A, that is 30 into A, that is 10, that becomes 300. Now in the next one, there is a 300. Then C divide equals to A. So this will be incremented over here. Now again the values will be changed, that is the A is 10, C is 15, that is C divide equals to A, that is C equals to C divided by A, that gives output 15 by 10, that gives output as a 1.5. This is one. Why it is not covered as a 1.5? Because it is given in the, or it is available in the integer, that is a int. So we can't denote the values in the float values. This round of the figure and gives output as only the integer part, that is 1. Then this is again 10, 15. Now taking the modulus, now 10 1 to 1 is 10 and the remainder is 5. This is the 5 that is given modulus. Now it is right shift left shift by 2. This is right shift then left shift by 2. This is equals to, now this is bitwise and equals to, that is system.out.println. So C and equals to 2, that is plus C. Then exclusive over and the inclusive over. These are the assignments operator, that is assigning the values. The main point is that the right hand side operand is denoted or is going into the left hand side operand. Now next one is miscellaneous operator. So what are the various miscellaneous operator that is supported by the Java language? So first one is the conditional operator, that is also known as ternary operator. Why it is known as ternary operator? Because there are three parts in this one. There are three parts in this operator, in this condition operator, so that's why it is known as a ternary operator. And this operator consists of three operands and it used to evaluate, or to, we can say, the soul and process the Boolean expressions. And the goal of the operator is to decide which value should be assigned to the variable. So what are the various values that will be assigned to the variable? That is the main goal. Now this is given as a variable x. For example, I'm taking the variable as x. Now equals to the expression, that is a statement. Uh, the same expression, the same statement as we give in the various looping, like while loop, do while loop. That is variable x equals to expression. Then there is a question mark. Then whatever the value that is available when the output is true, so that is value is true. Then there is a colon. Then value is false. That means, first of all, define the variable as a int x, int y, and equals to what is the statement. For example, 3 is greater than 4. Then there is a question mark. First statement, good. Next statement, bad. For example, if the value is 2, that is 3 is greater than 4. That is not true. That gives output as a false. So it goes to the next part, that is a BAT bad. This is one of the example. Again, the same class will be used. The public class test. Then static void main string args. There are two variables that is defined over here. That is a equals to 10, b equals to a equals to 1. Now check for the condition. This is the conditional operator, that is the category of the miscellaneous part. That is b equals to a equals to 1. Now check for the a, that is a equals to 1. If a equals to 1, then gives the output as a 20, otherwise gives the output as a 30. Now a is not 1. Why is not 1? Because a has a value 10, that is already given. But check for only 1. That is not true. So whenever the condition is false, then go to the next part, and in the next part there is a value that is given is the 30. Because it is the output as a 30, so it is printed in the next line, that is system.out.println value of b is, that is a 30. Now next is b equals to a equals to 10. That means if in this condition it is checking out whether the a has a value 10. Yeah, it has a value 10. That is 10 equals to 10. Condition is true. So the first part will be incremented. First value will be evaluated or implemented. So the output is 2. This is the conditional operator. But as in text, first of all there is an expression, then there is a question mark, then if the value is true, what is the value? If the value is 4, what is the value? That is separated by the colons. Next is instance of operator. So this operator is used only for the reference of the or object reference variables, and this operator checks whether the object is of a particular type. That it may be a class type, that may be a reference type or interface type. Now this is the syntax. Object reference variable instance of class interface type. So if the object referred by the variable on the left side of the operator passes with the is a check condition. There are two parts of condition that is used. One is a has a, one is a is a. That is used for the class and the interface on the right hand side, and the result will be true. For example, one of the string that is used, the string name is James, then boolean result name instance of string. This will be returns the value as a true, since name is a type of the string. This operator will still return true if the object is compared with the assignment operator that is compatible with the type on the right hand side. Next is the precedence of the Java operators. So we are finished with the multiple operators like the arithmetic operators, relational operators, bitwise operators, assignment operator, and the miscellaneous operators. Now next is precedence. That is what are the various levels by which we can use the Java operator. That is the precedence of Java operators. The operator precedence determines the grouping of terms in an expression. This affects how an expression is evaluated. And there are certain operators that have a higher precedence than the other. For example, the multiplication operator has a higher precedence than the additional operator. As we already studied, there are multiple operators that have a higher precedence. For example, the multiplication operator have a higher precedence than the addition operator. For example, if I'm taking another example, that is x equals to 7 plus 3 into 2, where x is assigned as a value as a 13, not 20, because the operator asterisk has a higher precedence than the plus. So it gets multiplied with the 3 into 2, that adds it to the 7. So first of all it is multiplied, that is 3 into 2 is 6, then it is incremented by 7, because the multiplication have a higher precedence than the addition. This gives the output as a 3 into 2 6, 6 plus 7 is 13. Otherwise, if I'm taking in a wrong direction, that is 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 into 2 is 20. That gives output as a 20. Now the output, correct output is 30. 13. So it depends on the precedence of the Java operators. Now these are the various categories. This is a table that is used, that is the precedence of the Java operators. So one is the postfix. This is the dot operator that goes from the left to the right. The unary operator, that is plus plus, minus minus, then multiplicative, that is asterisk or the percentage, then additive, then shift operators, then relationals, equality, bitwise and, that is the ampersand sign, then bitwise XOR, logical and, logical OR, conditional operator, assignment, and the comma operators. These are the various categories. So this is the table that shows what are the various types of the operator that is used in Java and what are their precedents. Now let's see what are the various categories of the operators and what are the various where we can see the precedence, how it works. So first one is the postfix, that is a dot operator that have a precedence that is from the left to the right. Then there's a unary that is either plus plus or the minus minus that have a precedence that is from the right to the left. The next one is a multiplicative that have a precedence from the left to the right. Then there is an additive that have a precedence from the left to the right. Then there is a shift operator that may be a right shift, that may be a left shift, that may be a shift equals to, that may be a shift left shift equal to, that may be a right shift equal to, that is from the left to the right. Then there is a relational operator, that is a right shift, that is equals to, then equality operator, that is double equals to, not equals to, that is from the left to the right. Then there is a bitwise AND operators that has a equality, or that has because the precedence that is from the left to the right. Then bitwise XOR operator that have a precedence from the left to the right. Again there is a OR that have a same left to the right. Logical AND has the same. Now there is a change in the conditional operator that have a precedence from the right to the left. Then assignment operator also have a precedent that is different one that have from the right to the left. Whatever the assignment operator, that may be a plus equals to, that may be a minus equals to, that may be only equals to, that may be a multiplication equals to, modulus equals to, whatever the operation that is used, that is equals to, assignment operator is used that have a precedence from the right to the left. Comma operator have a left to the right. These are the various precedents of the operators. So we are finished with this chapter, that is what are the various operators. Now let's recall, and one of my question to is to Larry. Now if I write that A equals to B, what type of operator it is? It is an assignment operator or the hello. Now this is the assignment operator, anyone else. If I write A equals to B, okay. So first one is arithmetic operators, then relational operators. So arithmetic works on the algebra, that is simple algebra, that may be a plus, that may be a minus, that may be a divide, that is simple algebra. The next one is the relationals, that is a less than, greater than, less than, equals to, then logicals, then logical and, whatever the AND operation that is performed. So if one of the or both the inputs are true, then only the output will be true, otherwise the output is false. Then in the OR operation, if one of the input is true, then the output is true. So either 1 0 1, then 0 1 1. But in case of the AND 1 1, then only the output will be 1. Right. Then we are talking about the conditional operator. There is a perfect syntax. First, if there is a variable name, for example, b, that is equals to the condition or the expression. Then there is a question mark that is given. So value is true, that is the first part. The next part is value is false. So there are three parts in the conditional operator. That is the value is true and the value is false. Then instance of operator that is used for making the interfaces in the operators. So next part, that is chapter number 9, that is the Java loop control. This topic or this chapter I'm going to continue within the next class, that is in the tomorrow's class. So because this is a new concept, the looping programs, so this chapter I'm going to discuss in the next class. Now, if there is any doubts regarding any of the topics regarding this module, that is the Java 8 chapters, regarding the assignment, any doubts, you